Okay, John Kemp demonstrating different techniques and posture with working out with hand weights. So here we go. All right, let's see. Before we get started, I got my water. We're just going to stretch a little bit. So always stretch, do an active stretch. That means you're going to go into a stretch and hold it for maybe 2 to 4 seconds, right? Hands on hips, come down, right? And up, just come down. And up. Now we're going to just put our hands out straight. Good. Bring them all the way back. Down and back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. 2 more. I always like to stretch a little. Active stretching is really important prior. The best thing to do is foam rolling, but right now for demonstration purposes, we are just gonna stretch a little because we're gonna be working with some weights. All right, we take our right foot forward, left foot back. Remember you have a split stance here. Toes are pointing forward, right? And you can just push the hips forward, keeping this knee and the forward leg behind the toes. So you just tuck in your glutes underneath, right? Good. Come out. And we're gonna, same thing. We're gonna push. Just tuck it under. Good. Push it forward. You're gonna get a stretch in the back leg, down by the calves, up through the hamstring as well. All right. Hands right in the front here. We're gonna come down one vertebra at a time. Come up. And squeeze those shoulder blades together with the palms facing forward. Come down, ready? And come up. Good. All right, so we're gonna reach for the sky, right? We're gonna hold it here. We're gonna take a little wider stance. We're gonna come around. So now we're gonna do a dynamic stretch. We're gonna stretch with a full range of motion, nice and slow. One more. We're gonna come up and go back the other way. Yeah. Yeah. Good, perfect. All right, so let's work with some weights. We're gonna do some basic exercises here. So I got my hand weights. You can get any kind of weights you want. These I happen to have, so they go from 2 pounds to 5 pounds. So I got 5 pounds in them. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna stand feet. We're gonna be about hip width apart. That's walking width. When I say hip width apart, that means how you would walk, right? Knees are soft. That means they're not locked out. So you never wanna lock the knees out, and you really never wanna lock out your elbows as well. All right, so we're gonna put the weights up here, right? So we're gonna bisect our ear. So bisecting the ear with the arm looks something like that. So you're gonna take your arms and bring them back. So you gotta have your shoulder blades together, right? In the back. And I'm gonna just push up overhead. So we're doing some shoulder presses here, back here, bisecting the ears, looking straight ahead, neutral position on the hips. If you find yourself arching your back a little bit, right? Just drive your hips back a little bit towards your back. Good. Look straight ahead. Let's just do 2 more. And last one. Right? And bring it down. Okay, so for the hips, from the side view on the hips, suppose you're up here, right? So you want to drive your glutes back. So back, forward. Forward means you have a little more arch. So that's an anterior pelvic tilt. Back is a posterior pelvic tilt, right? So right in the middle. So forward, back with the glutes, and then just in the middle. So your spine will be nice and aligned. So we'll get that good stance again, right? Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward, feet flat on the ground, hips forward, back, neutral, right? Head straight, eyes straight, right? And then you got your arms bisecting the ears, we're gonna just press up. Now, when you press up, you're gonna breathe out. So anytime against resistance, whatever it is, against contracting the muscles, whenever you contracting the muscles, you're breathing out. Keeping those arms back, right? Keeping those wings wide. You got it. Let's do one more. Okay, good. Now you should really feel that, because I did. So really you don't need a lot of weight, as long as you squeeze the muscle groups that you're working. And you know what you're working, believe me, when you start doing the exercise. You're gonna really squeeze them. This way you get the maximum firing of muscle fibers, and you get really toned, and the extensibility of the muscle will be at optimum level. Okay, so we did that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit more in the back, right? We're gonna do a reverse fly. So here what we're gonna do is we're gonna hinge forward. So hinging forward from the side looks like this. So your glutes are coming out, right? You're not rounding your back. Your head and your torso is straight. So wherever your eyes are, they're straight ahead. My eyes are straight ahead. My eyes are straight ahead. Now I'm looking down. Sometimes you'll be a little bit, if you had a mat out, you'd be looking at the top end of the mat, okay? So there's an ocular pelvic reflex that says anytime your eyes are offline, your pelvis is out of line. So the kinetic chain from the toe to the head is out of line. So you're not going to be optimum when you do your exercise. And moreover, over time, you can get injured if you're not properly aligning yourself. Okay, so this time, we're going to come down, right? Knees are soft, feet are hip width apart, toes pointing forward, and we're just going to come down a little bit. So I got handlebars on the bike. I'm reaching for them. This will bring my weights even with my chest. And now all I'm going to do is go out. Now I'm squeezing the shoulder blades at the top of the exercise. I'm breathing out where? Against resistance. Good. Here we go. You got it. Let's see if we can do 4 more. Do a set of 12. Come on, 2 more. Nice and slow. Okay, come up out of the hinge now. Out of the hinge. Good. And just shake those legs here. Good. All right. Perfect. I'm going to do 1 more set. So remember, proper line, right? Head aligned with the torso. Gonna come down. We're gonna reach for those handlebars, right? And we're gonna just come out. Weights are aligned with the chest. You got it. Come on. Come on, 4 more. 4. Last 2. Last 1. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's just roll our shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we work in the shoulders and the upper back. Right, up in here, you got your delts, rear delts, and rhomboids. Rhomboids right in the middle, really tough to get. All right, so now, with that, we're gonna go down and try to work our lower back and glutes. So, this rectus spinae, multifidus muscles in the lower back, right, coming down the spine. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our palms, we're going to point them toward our body. The weights are right down by the front of each leg. Feet are hip width apart, right, on this one. And you're going to have a little soft in the knees. Do not lock out those knees on this one. So, there again, head is aligned with the torso. So we're going to come down. See how close the weights are to my legs. Go down as far as you can when you get to a stretch and push those hips forward. From the side, right, come down. However far you get into that stretch on the bottom, right? First compensation, first stretch, and then pull it up. So you don't want to go down any further than you'd have to. So if you can just go down below the knees or mid lower leg, that's fine. So, ready? Push those hips forward as you come up. So you're really putting your weight on your feet from the mid area of the sole, the arch, right, the top of the arch, to the back of the foot. So you're light on your toes here. You're not coming up on your toes. And that goes for squats as well. Let's do 3 more. 3. You got this. 2. Come on. And 1. Okay, good. All right. Just shake it out. Good job. Perfect. So, remember, glutes are coming out, right? Leading with the chest. Head is aligned with the torso. You're just coming down. And then as you come up, those hips are driving forward. That's all it is. So, okay, let's do this again. Lining up, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Nice and tall, weights down in front of each leg. A little bit bend in the knees slightly. You're just soft on the knees. You're just pushing them forward just slightly. We're coming down. And that tush is coming out. Then you're going to push those hips forward. Stand up nice and tall. Bring those shoulder blades back. There we go. Ready? Oh, you got it. Come on. Hips drive forward. We got 2 more. Come on, you can do this. 1 more here. Perfect. All right. Excellent work. Really, I'm proud of you. All right. So, we took care. We're not done with the shoulders, but some upper back, right? Lower back. Let's do mid back. We're going to do some rows. Now, there's different ways you can do rows, but we're standing today, right? We're standing. Same thing. You're going to hinge forward at the hip. This time, your hands are going to be down by your sides, palms facing in toward your body, right? Soft on the knees, reaching for the handlebar, right? So you're reaching down here. Head is aligned with the body. You're going to bring it up, keeping your shoulders down and back. From the side, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. Come up. All right. Woo! All right, we're working it. So really important to get the proper form here. So you're going to maximize your execution on the exercise. It's going to be really very, very beneficial and avoid injury. All right, so go down, reach for the handlebars now. Your tush comes out a little bit, right? And hit us along with the body. Now, you're coming down just a little bit below chest, around the belly button line here, letting the weights hang down naturally. All right, now you're gonna pull in. So see, I'm not pulling up here. See how my shoulders come up if I'm here? I wanna be pulling on the side of the hips. Keep in mind, so I'm up around my belt line. Right? There we go. Come on. You can do it. Oh yeah. Let's do one more. Good, perfect. So we did 2 sets of those. So we're doing 2 sets of everything with good posture and full range of motion. So the execution is good, and that's what you want. You're going breathing out against resistance, right? Nice and slow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very slow in here on this one. All right. This is called, what we're doing basically, initially with the weights, we're doing the first phase of the model that we work with in the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Basically, we're getting stable, we're getting posture, so we're doing a lot of stabilization and weight training as well. So that's what we're working with. Getting everything right so we can move on. You gotta have the basics before you move on. It's gotta be right. The foundation has to be built strong. All right, this time, let's go and we're gonna hinge forward again. Let's get all these hinges done, right? And we're gonna come forward, same stance, right? Come forward. This time, you're gonna bring your arms in, right here, right in here, and from the side view, we're going to push back. We're not just dropping them, we're pushing back. So you're going to make believe that somebody's trying to push the weights forward as you're pushing them back, and you got to squeeze the back of your arms as hard as you can, or firmly, to do it. A nice squeeze here. So we're working the back of the arms, the triceps. So triceps muscles are actually bigger than the biceps in the front. They're long. Good. Come on. You can do this. I'm really squeezing. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Okay, come up. Good. So I feel the back of my arms working. There are several ways to do triceps. This way, with the hinging, you can do single arm or double. So for these purposes, let's do the double. Okay, got 1 more set. So here we go. We're going to hinge forward at the hip, tushes out, right? All right, we're coming down. We're bringing the weights to the side. Your elbow is like it's glued to your body. It's not moving forward or back, nor out or in. It's somebody's glued it. You got that Gorilla Glue, and it's on there. You can't move your arms away from your body and your elbows. Ready? Go. 1. Good. Let's do 1 more. Come on. Perfect. Okay, come up. Nice. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to do is the opposite muscle group, which is the biceps. So guess what we're going to do here? Elbows again. in. They're not moving. They're glued. I can't get them away from my body. All right. So you're going to have the palms facing forward. Now, the biceps don't start working, right? They don't start firing until you get about here. So you're down, if you go down, you're about 7/8 of the way. So you want to start about 7/8 of the way, and you want to bring them up and squeeze. Come down, right? Standing straight, right? And down, looking straight ahead. Breathing out as you go. There we go. So remember, 7/8 of the way, then these muscles won't engage down here. The other thing, having them down, is you're really stretching the joint out, and a lot of people can get tendonitis right in here, which is terrible. It takes about 6 months to get better. So see people in here and they're lifting. That's putting a big strain right in here. All right, let's do another set. So 7/8 of the way down. On to begin with, we're going to push up and down. Good. Looking straight ahead. We got 3 more. You can do this. And 3, good, all right. Woo, tough stuff, right? So it's really important to check yourself on the biceps. So we've got the triceps and the biceps muscle groups. All right, I want to do a lateral with the shoulder. So I may come a little bit further apart if I need to with my feet to get a stable platform. Okay, so from here, the palms are facing in toward the body to begin with. What we want to do on this one is we're going to isolate each one. So we're going to do alternating arms. Let's start with the right arm. Coming up shoulder height, coming down. Breathing out as we come up and down. Notice I'm not just throwing my arm up, right? I'm bringing it up nice and slow. I'm lifting from here, the top of the arm, right? Good. And straight ahead. Come on, you can do this. We're on number 8. Ooh. Squeeze. Good. Coming up to number 9. Yeah. So make sure those shoulders are back, right? You got maybe a little squeeze on those shoulder blades back. Yeah. Yeah. Breathing out. 1 more each side. And we're done. Good. That's good. So you want to take a couple of deep breaths. In exercising, if you're just going to be weightlifting, you want a little bit of break between sets, right? And for the stability, endurance, weightlifting, in the beginning, stability means getting all the posture right. And we want to go and we want to go and do from 12 to 20 reps, 12 to 20 reps. And you can do 2 to 3 sets or so on that. 12 is good to do. 12 is good to do. But if you want to bring it up to 14 and then 16, it's, as you progress, you can do that. All right, let's do another set. Here we go. Ready? Up. There we go. Yeah. Keep those shoulders back. Up. Oh. One more each side. And last one, perfect. Okay. All right. Let's work the anterior delts, the front of the shoulders. I do these. These are upright rows. They really are very beneficial. What we want to do, right, is we're going to put the weights in the end. So we're standing, feet are hip width apart, right? Knees are soft, good stance. You got the good alignment with the hip. And all we're doing is we're bringing it up. So the weights are in the end, we're bringing it up. You can do this with a barbell too, and coming back down. Notice my elbows are higher than the weights. This is really important. So you want to bring it up. Good. You're getting a good angle on the muscle pull here. You're breathing out as we come up. Good. Okay, fine, that's good. All right, good. So we're working the shoulders. We work the back, the shoulders, right? The triceps, the biceps. One more exercise here, one more set. Ready? Same stance. Here we go, bring it up. So you're breathing out as you come up. Elbows are higher than the weights. Okay, good. All right, so we've got that. So before I do chest, I'm going to do an exercise for this area here, right? Right in there. All right. So coming out. So this is called right under here, and you might people get some fat in there. So that is called serratus anterior, right? Here we go. So we're gonna feet are hip width apart, your palms are facing out. We're gonna go single arm, right? So we can control this. So single arm coming up. Notice it's bisecting my ears and back down. Up and down. Up. There we go. Nice and slow. It's a nice arc, right? Come on, 4 more. You can do this. If you have to go with lighter weights on this, that's fine. And if you have to start off without weights, that's fine on this. This is challenging, all right? I want you to get the form. If you can't bring it up without leaning over, you only bring it up as far as you can bring it up. Right? Over time, with stretching, and exercising correctly with the correct posture, your range of motion will increase. And that's what we're looking for. Execution, increased range of motion, strength, right? So you've got some stability, endurance, strength. Strength. Continuum. Okay, good. Bring it down. All right. Oh, that's good. So we're taking care of this stuff back here, right? With the weights. The weights. All right. So here we go. We're going up. There we go. Good. Looking good. You got 4 more. Come on. Hand. Yes. Okay, good. Perfect. All right. Other arm. This is the last set of these, right? I'm going to go up. Okay, good. Roll the shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, before we do chest, a neglected area is the forearms. So, here we go again. We're putting our elbows close to the body. So, our arms are right in front of our legs with the palms facing in toward the thighs. And all we're going to do a reverse curl. You're going to feel your forearms working. Ready? Okay, good. So working those forearms are important. It's really a good thing to do that. Okay. So we're trying to get as many muscle groups in as we can. All the major muscle groups we're working today. All right? All right. With the weights. All right. Ready? Up. Okay, good. All right, so that's good. What I want to do is, instead of getting down on the mat and then up again, we're going to work chest after the legs that we work. So I'm not going to do any compound exercises. I'm just putting these weights down here by the sides, and we're going to do some squats, right? So you can come down as far as you're able. There's no distance that you have to come down. As you get more flexibility, as you get stronger in your legs, and more balance and the correct posture, you'll be able to come down a little further. So if you go down only to a seated position, that's fine. And you could have a chair behind you to come as a guide, right? To come down when you're doing the squats. And then maybe you won't make the chair, but eventually you will. Depends. So in the squats, there's things what we're going to do. All right, we're going to keep that hip neutral, right? Forward, back, neutral. So feet are about hip width apart. Right, we'll keep the weights down by our sides with the palms facing in. As we come down, right, notice the knees are behind the toes. So we come down and then we're going to press the hip forward to come up. So very important, tush goes out, right, glutes go out and up. Head is aligned with the torso and up. See my hips go forward? Good. Come on. Okay, good. All right, that's perfect. So there's a lot of things with the squat to remember, but make it very basic. Everything is straight. That's why I saved this exercise kind of to the latter part. So we have some training on the correct stance and for other exercises that we did. So, all right, feet hip width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. Keep the knee and back of the toe. So when we're pushing on the squat, coming up, really we're light on the toes. We're pushing from midline of the sole to the back, to the heel, calcaneus, all right? So here we go. Down. Stabilizing the calcaneus. Come on, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So get in the habit of not really locking your legs out. I might have done it once or twice myself, and I caught myself because when you get more weight, that's not good. All right, so we did that, and you're looking good. All right, so a standing chest. So let's stand a little bit wider, like shoulder width apart, and we're gonna, there again, take our 90-degree bend right here, and we're gonna just squeeze in. Try to get our elbows together here. Good, try to get them together. There we go. All right, so on this one, we're keeping our arms up and we're squeezing it in. So we're squeezing the chest, right? All right, you got the pec major, pec minor, squeeze it. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're standing. All right, I wanted to break the legs up a little bit. We're going to go back to the legs, and you can work these. I just wanted to show you all the exercises standing. All right, the feet are together, right? You're going to come up and down, right? Look straight ahead, up on the balls of your feet and down. 4, good. Last one, good. And, all right. Okay, so we're working the calf muscles, that muscle that sticks out, right? The gastrocnemius is the calf muscle that sticks out. There's another calf muscle, the soleus, that's down lower, kind of wraps around here from the ankle. All right, here we go. Ready? Up and down. Here we go. Oh, breathe out. Come on. Okay, good. All right. So on these calf exercises, you can go after each set and actually put your foot up here with a straight leg this time. Very slight pressure, pushing forward, and you're going to release the calves. So from the side view, it's going to look like this. And just release the calves. Okay, standing again, right? 1 or 2 weights. All right, we're gonna use the wall here. I don't have a bar, but we'll use the wall. All right, so we're gonna be standing straight. Then we go out and in. So let's put a little weight on our leg as we come up, so a little resistance there. Try to keep your toes straight and your torso straight. If you need to go like this, you can. Exaggerate the heel coming out. So, you want to exaggerate this heel going that way to keep the toes straight. All right, now we're going to take it over here, and we're going to go and do this again. Four more. Last one. Let's go on the other side. So I threw these in. We're standing. So we're standing. All right, good. All right. All right, let's go and do this on the other side. Ready? Set of 12. Last one. Notice the stance leg. The stance leg is, man, that hurts, doesn't it? All right. So, every time you take the foot off the ground, right, the stance leg is equivalent to 1.9 times your body weight, approximately. And it goes up from there. It's probably a little bit more because we're doing some exercise. So, it goes up as you're walking fast, as you're running. It takes more pressure toward the ground. All right, here we go. And we got one more. Okay, I have exercises that I use ankle weights with this stuff, and you can get ankle weights, and there's little weights you can put in and take out. You can go from like 2 pounds, I think, or to 10 or whatever. Depends what kind of ankle weights you got. Okay, there's a couple of things that we're gonna do. So for the triceps, you can come up here. This is a really, you're gonna put your knees, you're gonna come up with the leg, right? Keep it level with the other knee and come down. If you want to go on a step, you can to do this. Last one. So concentrate on keeping the legs, don't go back like this. And really squeeze the hamstrings. So we're working on hamstrings here. You can also do these in a plank position where your leg is out straight, and that's a little bit more difficult. So, okay, biceps femoris, right? Here we go. Hamstrings. One more. Okay. Here we go. One. Squeeze. Come on, we got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Of course, chest on the mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do flies. We're going to do chest presses and flies. Obviously, you have to be lying down. All right, to do that. So these will be the last 2. I'm going to leave the push-ups out of it because we're working only with weights, really. All right. What I said before with the hamstrings is you could come out here and you keep the leg parallel with the floor, right? Head is aligned with the torso, you're down, and your palms are facing in, and you come in that way. A little bit more difficult, and then you do the other leg. All right. Let's come down here. All right. So, legs are about hip-width apart, feet are flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. You're going to take that lower back, right? And lower back into the mat. All right. So you're going to press it in. So that'll keep your torso nice and aligned. We're not going to do these with a glute bridge. So I'm just going to demonstrate these without it, and then we'll add in the glute bridge. So let's go up. So these are chest high, right? Breathe out. So you're level with the chest coming up. We got 4 more. Last one. Okay, now we're going to turn the weight so the palms are facing in. Same thing, chest high, a little bit of bend in the elbow so you're not having a straight elbow and not putting any pressure on the joint. So you never want to have stiff elbows or knees. Here we go. Not locking out those elbows. Looking good. Come on, we got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up here, we're going to turn the weights again. And the end, chest high. We're going to push up into a chest press. Breathe in out as we come up. Engaging your abs. Pressing that lower back into the mat. One more. Up here, rotate it, right? Coming out, flies. Come on, one more. Good. Excellent. All right. All right. Usually when we're exercising, we do the glute bridges. So let's just do a couple of sets with the glute bridges. Same thing with the chest. As we come up, your glutes are going to come up. As you come down, your glutes are going to be down. Not quite to the floor. Come on, 4 more. Squeeze. Last 2. And last 1. Keep your glutes up here into a glute bridge. Turn the weights. Palms facing in. Come down and up as we do those flies. Come on, you got 4 more. Last one. Keep them up. Turn them in the end. Last set. Ready? Chest presses. One more. And turn them. Last set. Ready? Flies. Okay, good. All right, take them down. And we're just going to stretch our arms over our head and our feet down. Nice big stretch here. Good. I'm going to take one knee in, hold it here. Drop it down, other knee in. Good. Okay. So let's just slowly bring your knees into your chest. We're going to roll it up. And we're going to come forward and do a couple of stretches here. Stretch out the inner thighs and work some thighs. Okay, I'm going to stretch down. And stretch down. And we're going to slowly come up. All right? So coming up, you get on your knees. And you can just take one foot out. Place your hands above the knee and press and come up. Good. All right. So we're standing, feet or hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1 forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out here. Round out the shoulders. Hold it here. And release. Hands on hips. Look over the right shoulder and hold. Now we're going to roll our chin down on our chest. Look over the left shoulder and hold. Bring it center. Arm across. Right shoulder down. Let's take it back, up and over. So we're stretching the tris and the upper mid back. There again, hips, right? Watch it. You're not coming here. You're pushing those hips back. And the other way. Keeping that shoulder down. I correct myself as well. All right. Okay, I take one hand out here. We just very, very, very light pressure because we did those forearms. Now we're going to push down here. Light pressure. Come up here. And push down. Take the arms back, feet wider, shoulder width apart, and press those shoulder blades back and arms away from the body. And we're going to release. So wide stance here, right? We're going to come down. Breathe in as you come up. Deep breath in. Let's exhale out. One more time. Nice deep breath in. And we're going to exhale out. Give yourself a hug. Good job. I'll be seeing you with some more workouts. We're going to work on the ball. We're going to work on, I think we'll work on the bands next. So if you got some bands, we can do that. You all have a great day. Thank you so much.